Hello, dear students. Today we'll be covering the topic of performance appraisal of HRM. Performance appraisal, as we all know, that it is analyzing the performance of the employees, like how they are performing on the job, because it is very important for us to know their performance so that we can decide about their future promotions, future increments, and moreover, what is the actual potential of the employees on a particular job. Primarily, there are methods which can be classified into two categories of performance appraisal: traditional methods and modern methods. In today's presentation, we'll be covering about traditional methods of performance appraisal. See, the first method in this is confidential report. Confidential report is basically annual confidential report. This method is more prevalent in case of government employees. At the end of the year, the supervisor of the employees secretly prepares the report of the employees and submit it to top authorities. The employee doesn't get to know what is written in the report, and it is kept confidential with the employees. Next method is graphic scale method. Graphic scale method, a rating scale is prepared where a few categories are there, like strongly agree, agree, neither agree nor disagree, disagree, strongly disagree. And there are few parameters on which the performance of employees is assessed, like their job performance, their punctuality, their discipline, cooperation with other employees, and the employees are scored on the basis of that graphic scale. And one graphic scale is prepared for each and every employee. Next method is straight ranking method. Straight ranking method is basically followed when there are only fewer employees in a group that we are going to analyze. Suppose there are 5 employees in a group, and in straight ranking, the supervisor is asked, like, who is the best performer, that would be given rank 1, and the worst performer would be given the rank of 5. So accordingly, the employees are rated from 1 to 5. Next method is paired comparison method. In paired comparison method, the employee's performance is assessed in pairs, because there are various situations in business where the employees have to work in teams. So individually, employee might be good at performance, but when it comes to cooperation with other employees, his performance might not be that good. So in pairs, suppose Ram along with Sham, what is the performance of Ram when he is working with Sham? So this is rated. Again, Ram along with some other employees. So pairs of the employees are made, and in pairs their performance is assessed. Next method is grading system. In grading system, the employees are simply graded: good, bad, poor, excellent, whatsoever they are graded on a certain criteria. The performance is checked, and the supervisor makes the analysis of what all are the factors on which the performance of the employees is to be assessed, and accordingly the employees are graded on that basis. Next method is forced distribution method. This method is followed when there are a large number of employees working in organization, and it is very difficult for the supervisor to analyze each and every employee. So they try to make a normal distribution curve, like normal distribution is the distribution where maximum observations are cluttered around me. So the supervisor is asked that he has to, suppose there are 1,000 employees working in the organization. So he will say that he has to pick 600 employees which are average performers. And then he'll be asked that 200 employees, he has to pick 200 employees which are performing above average and 200 employees which are performing below average. Accordingly, the classification could be there, but maximum employees that are to be selected, they are to be rated as average employees. Next is critical incident method. In critical incident method, the performance of employees is not judged on routine basis, but if some critical incident happens in factory or workplace, then the performance of employees is assessed. Suppose some accident or some fire breaks out in factory, and how the employees handles the situation. That time their performance and their presence of mind is checked, and their performance is rated accordingly. Next method is free essay method. In free essay method, the supervisor writes a complete essay about the employee, means his performance appraisal is done in a detailed manner. Each and everything about the employee's working and his performance is written in the report. Next is group appraisal. In case of group appraisal, Single supervisor doesn't rate the employees. Rather, there are group of supervisor who individually rates the employees, and then their ratings are total to see the club score of the employee. This is done because if a single supervisor is rating the employee, there might certain biasness could come in such a situation. To remove this problem of biasness, sometimes group ratings are assessed. Next method is field review. In case of field review, the supervisor who is supervising, who is dealing with the employee, he is not asked to rate the performance of employee. Rather, persons from some other department, say HRM department or personnel department, they visit the department where employee is working, observe the performance of the employees, and then they rate the employees. Next method comes nomination. In nomination method, all the performance of all the employees is not rated as such. Rather, supervisor is asked to nominate the best performer and the worst performer amongst the group of employees. And the last one is work sample test. In work sample test, the supervisor or the appraisers, they come to the workplace and the employees asked to perform to actually do the work under their supervision, and that time their performance is assessed. So these were different traditional methods of performance appraisal.